It's been hot the last few days. Really, really hot. I'm actually really, really excited. I just can't be loud right now because there's like church going. People are going into church right here. I'm really, really excited. Whoa, what did they put here? I am so excited actually for my classes. There's so much stuff that I want to put into my class that I gotta slow down because I can't just bombard people with so much information. I gotta break it down into the different classes. But I'm really excited about what I'm gonna share. Guys, look what I'm looking at right here. This is brand new. It's almost like a Templar cross. Damn, when did they put this shit here? Here's the hawk. Here he comes. Why am I not surprised that he shows up? People don't even realize the cross is much more ancient than the church. It's used in a cult just to making the sign of the cross. It's opening up a communication. It's an activation symbol. See if anybody's with me in chat right now. I think I'm alone. I'm gonna wait for some people to join. See, I get thumbs up without even having. Oh, there we go. Somebody's here. What's up, people? People are joining now. Hey, Josh. We're gonna start our classes tonight, Josh, too. Whoa, I just had a huge bug on me. We're gonna start our classes tonight. Dude, guys, I am so excited because it's like, it's gonna be, it's like I have so much information to share that it's like, I have to break it down and do it slower because you can't bombard people with that. But like, I've never, all the interviews I've ever done, all the radio shows, everything, I've never shared this information with people because this is hereditary information, spiritual information that is used, supposedly just for bloodlines. It's but some of it has been shared in different books by different spiritual practitioners or energy workers or witches or shaman or whatever you choose to call different beings, different humans, whatever you want to label them. But when it comes to my information, it's very ancient, very very strong within the bloodline, passed down, and I have a unique. We have a very unique perspective to things. It's a lot different than most spiritual work out there. I mean, they're all in the same ballpark, but we have very interesting techniques, very interesting perspectives on the way the world is and the way we live. And even though I do have my own problems and I am human, there's a reason why I'm 41 years old and I look like I'm in my 20s sometimes. I look young. It's not just because I lived a hard life. I've done a lot of crazy shit. I've put my body through a lot of drama and traumatic experiences it's been through, all sorts of things it's had to come through. And uh, when you work with spiritual forces and you access spiritual technology, the true spiritual technology, not the replicator version that we're talking through right now in this phone, but when you access true spiritual technology, it prolongs your life. It makes you stronger. It makes you younger. It makes you more revitalized. You know, it activates things within you. But at the same time, in this cursed realm that we're in, when you access this technology, it draws dark forces to you. You know, they want to feed, they want to hurt you, they want to put you down, they want to stop you. And of course, in this realm of duality, us being Benindante, we have the Malandanti forces out there. And they have similar techniques and rituals, but they have a dark spin on it. And yeah, this is going to be badass. You guys are going to learn techniques and information that you just going to have for the rest of your life. And by the end of our sessions, you will know how to exorcise evil. You will know how to pull evil out of people. I'm not saying that you should go off and do it without many months and years of practice, of course. I'm not saying that just this is your license to go out there and mess with things, but I will teach you how to repair auras. I will teach you just how to literally have a, first of all, most people out there right now that are even meditating or doing some sort of meditation, most of them probably don't even realize that before you even do this, you have to access a sphere of power. You have to have a spiritual charge about you and a protection as well. So first off the jump, we're going to learn how to access your sphere of power, you know, and we're going to learn how to drop your consciousness within your belly and communicate with trees, work with crystals, you know, sometimes even burying crystals in the garden, in the soil, doing certain things. We're going to be doing whole types of interesting work, working with certain star energies, learning how to break spiritual sickness. I even know ways to capture illness, pull it out of the body. Now you can use it with tensor tools, but there's also other ways as well. And I basically am a licensed exorcist. You know, I'm a minister in like Laurie Bruno's society and church now as well. I've been doing psychic surgery on people many years, as well as myself. Yeah, YouTube is crazy. And I do have, guys, a link in in below. That's a PayPal link for paying for the class or for donating. It's better to donate in PayPal than on YouTube because YouTube screws me sometimes, man. It's weird. Like I get all these donations and then they'll send me like $100 for the month or something. So it's like, I don't know what's up with YouTube. I'm going to try to call them actually today. I could see everybody. Now we're going to understand in our classes too how to make a web of spiral energy, a web of astral light to connect everybody in the group, to connect everybody that you want to connect to. You can literally make a spiral arm of astral light that comes from you, and to connect to other people, a web of power. And we're going to be doing all things like this. That's why I'm really excited to share this information with people, because if we don't balance the duality on our planet that's completely collapsed, then we're going to lose what we know as humanity. We're already being interfaced with another layer of skin, an artificial layer of skin. If you want to call it a nano suit or whatever. We're gonna learn how to make your body spiritually powerful, a spiritual weapon. And then eventually you don't need an altar, or you don't need wands or any tools anymore, because your hands will be the power. Your body will be the power. You'll learn how to interact with your body. It's good to have certain tools and things like that. We all use them because we have a spiritual side. And when you just have a spiritual side and you're in a higher dimensional realm and there's no physical body, there's no need for physical things. There's no need for physical symbols. But since we have this physical body as well, we have this physical side to our spiritual, we also need physical tools. We need physical things to activate some of these abilities at first, to get us to remind us that they're just an extension of who we are. And this is a way to wake people up. Through my group, we will be talking about all sorts of things, but we will be learning mainly how to do certain techniques, how to make your own wands, how to charge your own crystals, how to be it'll be a complete shamanistic initiation. And you'll know how to exorcise evil from the body. There's even ways of capturing sickness within beeswax or within an egg even. You draw it out of the body with the egg, and then you either bury the egg or smash it or do something like this. It's way more intense than that, way more in depth. There's a lot of working with sea energy as well, near the seashore, seashells. See, we have light and dark, but the way we represent light and dark is with crystals and seashells. This is the positive and negative. This is the way we work in my Strega lineage. And on some altars that people make with their crystals and things like this, you'll know a Malandanti if there's a dagger on that altar. Now, most altars in witchcraft and shamanism, they all include daggers because they think that's just one of the tools you're supposed to. No, we have a wand and a shield on ours. When you're using a dagger, you're using it to pierce through things. You're using it to take blood. There's no pain involved with spiritual energy. Not to inflict, only to heal. Sometimes the wound's got to hurt a little bit to heal, but you don't need to inflict pain to heal. You're supposed to be moving with the harmony of space-time, not cutting a hole in it with your dagger. And we are standing at the edge of space-time right now. We are about to lose who we are. And this is why I have chose to come out and do these things now, because I am keeping the spirit flame alive. And as long as the spirit flame still burns, as long as there's one Malandanti still keeping the spirit flame alive, then humanity still has hope, still can survive. Yeah, orgone. See, I use. Yeah, if you feel the need to grab seashells sometimes, this is very powerful, and that seashell you took, you should probably use it to burn sage in. This is where you should keep it as a little ashtray for sage or something like that. That's what's really good for that. And you're going to see we're going to be using seashells and crystals. This is very powerful. And, there's a lot of techniques, a lot of things because we are in a shamanic universe as well. We're in this physical realm, but we're in spiritual realms as well. And your literal spine is an extension of the cosmic tree. It's like crawling up the backbone of who you are. And the spiritual realms are the same way. There's a cosmic tree. It goes down to the lower roots of the universe, all the way up into the higher dimensional realms in the top of the tree. And I'm going to be showing you how to climb this cosmic tree. Going deep within your consciousness, deep within who you are, climbing the walls of your mind. It's never too small, Josh. But let me try to give you an example of these Malandante forces and what we're going to. And Malandante basically means like evil witch, dark witch, bad witch. Malo, mala is bad. So Malandante means like a bad walker. Um, the Benedante basically means like a good walker. And guys, check this new thing that they just put up here where I am. This monster cross that they just put up. It's like a Knights Templar almost, the way the ends of the cross is. Look how big this freaking thing is. Now there are literal vampires, psychic vampires, that are feeding not only on the astral bodies of people, but on the blood of people as well. If you go in Dion Fortune's book, she talks about an account that is actually is talked about in another book that I read, about in the Philippines, this group called the Berbalangs, where they will go forth in the dark of night, their eyes looking like fireflies in the dark, and they will feed on young children, feed on their astral bodies while they sleep. And this is what the Malandante are to us Strega, to us Benedante. They will, on certain nights of the year, and now it's literally almost on every Thursday. Thursday is the night of the week that somehow cosmically the gates are thinner. I don't know exactly how it works, but it's true. Thursday nights are gateway nights. And this is where it's a high probability of your soul to disconnect from your body. Every time you sleep, your soul disconnects from your body. But sometimes it travels on missions and deep within this shamanic universe, this multiverse. And there's certain quadrants, sub-quadrants that souls go. There's all sorts of different realms and pathways. And depending on your consciousness and your genetic history, your ancestral history, all the realms are different. No two people's experience will be the same. Now, when you travel, when you encounter things in the astral realm, sometimes you'll literally encounter flying witches. And they look like witches. They have coned hats, ugly faces. You know, the old typical witch. A Benedante, usually most Benedante are very good looking. Most from Benedante and Malandante, actually, in physical form, when they're in their physical bodies, they are very good looking people. And if they're not, they don't have the best good looking physical traits, then they have this glow about them anyway that makes people attracted to them. Now, in spiritual realms, you see what your true beauty looks like. And the Malandante forces that feed on other people and manipulate the elements to get what they want, every time they use their abilities for darkness and for greed and for selfishness, they get uglier and more disturbed looking and more hideous. So it's the same way, the opposite. Every Benedante, when they use their spiritual technology for positive ways, they get more beautiful in the spiritual realms. They glow brighter. They get stronger. They get brighter. They get more clean and graceful looking and almost like they're flawless. It's the same way on the opposite end of the spectrum with the Malandante. Every time they use their abilities for evil, they get more hideous. And you'll see them on the astral planes flying in the dark of night. Their holographic bodies traveling within houses, feeding on children while they sleep. And they'll take a little bit of their astral light each time, a little bit of their astral light each time, until eventually the body mysteriously dies. Now, if you lose your life astral traveling, you will die. You will not wake up. It's very serious things. This is why when you see certain movies like Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street, that's some real Benindante shit they're talking about. That's some real Malandanti forces that are interacting with those soul travelers. Each one of those kids were psychic, and they probably have a lineage as dream seers, and they've been disconnected from those abilities. So they have no clue what they're encountering in the other realms. Welcome, Mark of Thoth. Look at that! I just killed a freaking bug right there. Look at, I got good reflexes, like a ninja. So these Malandante, they will feed literally, and it'll mostly be the children of very powerful people, very spiritually powerful people. And you know, most of us are all hybrids on this planet. We've all been tampered with. And we are connected to these watchers, all of us. And any spiritual activity you do, even meditation, you attract the Grigori. So, guys, when you join this class, if you're coming to my class, you're going to see and experience things that you've always wanted to know. And it's going to be amazing, because there's certain things that you're going to learn that none of this I've ever talked about in public. There's techniques that are strictly for spiritual and energy work. And it's not to be taken lightly. And like I said, by the end of the course, you'll literally know how to pull evil out of people. Repair their auras. Break spells. Because us Benindante, we don't make spells. We break them.